Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. I am MartrysDrake and we are doing some Tales of Arise. Last time we defeated Almedria. But then at the end of it all, the Lord of Walter showed up, finished off Almedria, and stole Shion. Oh, and Alphen's mask broke and the water guy called him Sovereign. So, there's a lot going on here. Now it looks like we are back in time to before Alphen was masked. Sorry. We're going back. We've gone back to memories of before Alphen was masked, and yeah, we're gonna see what's going on here. Astral energy charging almost complete. Output stable. Standing by. So I don't really know where we are. That's the person we're supposed to talk to, because he's got a star on his head. Oh, okay, so you are still Denon. Okay, you didn't figure out where to go on your own, or are you so stupid you managed to get lost in a tiny place like this? You have a job to do. Now do it. Return to your position. I don't wanna. I don't know what my position is supposed to be, but I am fairly certain I don't want to be there. Daddy hasn't come home lately, so I decided to come visit him. But they won't let me go any further. It's not fair. I'll finish his work soon so I can see him. Sorry. I'm being nosy trying to see if I can get any other information here. Oh, there are multiple people to talk to. Dan test subject as our sovereign, eh? So this isn't the first Alphen isn't the first person that's been tested. So this is the father of the little girl that's standing over there. Another one bites the dust. Remember, 1273, you're our only success story. Don't let all our hard work and research go to waste at any cost. So whatever is going on, they have tried this on multiple people, and it has not been working out too well. So we'll talk to this guy first. The maiden will maintain control over things. You just focus on not breaking your concentration while the ceremony's in progress. If you want to see our home again, you'll have to do a good job here, 1273. Okay. Oh, it's you, 1273. Or should I say, Sovereign. You don't understand how much time and effort we've invested to create you as our lone success. We can't risk losing you to injury at this stage. I don't know who got it in their head to start calling you Sovereign. At the end of the day, you're nothing more than a test subject. Your only worth lies in your physical aptitude for the task at hand. Your thoughts and feelings are of no concern. Well, aren't you rude? Well, that's all the people that had stars over their heads, so... I think I talked to everybody else anyways. That guy doesn't like me, so we're gonna go this up. Oh, somebody else with a star. To be honest, I was beginning to sweat bullets. If you hadn't worked out, who knows what we would have done. This is the first time I managed to assemble a sovereign and maiden ready for the ceremony, after all. So, who's the... But seeing you make it all the way to today has put my fears to rest. Is this the test subject, ma'am? Wow, it looks just like us. On the outside, maybe. Inside, it's as uncivilized as the rest of them. You haven't forgotten my warning from earlier, I hope. No, ma'am. No touching the test subject, right?
As usual, nobody wants to explain anything to me. They just threaten and harass me instead. What does everyone think I am? Some sort of talking pet?
Kind of.
They're the ones that dragged me all the way up here in the first place. Bastards. I shouldn't have bothered coming out. Might as well head back to my room.
I don't wanna. I wanna go anywhere else. Apparently I can't go anywhere else though. You literally come out just to be insulted at every step. Fun. Not surprising for Brennan's, but it's time, Alphen. It's finally happening, huh? Yes, we need to change into our outfits, then meet in front of the transference device. Once this is all over, you'll finally be able to return home. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm so sorry you got dragged into all of this. It's not your fault. Let's just do what we have to and get this thing over with. Right.
I just wanted to go back. To Dana. To my home.
Alphen.
Leori.
Huh.
Alphen. Live for me.
No. Leori. No!
She's the one that puts the mask on him.
Wait, please. Wait, What was that? That... How long ago was that? That's right. Shion. Oh, right. That's what pain felt like. So much for it all being a bad dream. Where am I? Where is everyone?
That's a great question. You're no longer anywhere near Shion.
I need to find them. Better start looking.
Hoodle! Hopefully Hoodle's okay. I'd be very, very sad if something happened to him. Hoodle! Where are you?
Niori. Shion. I... Damn it. You picked the wrong fight. I'm not. How about this? It's over.
I like that. That's good.
Strike. Here I come. Shockwave flash.
Wow.
Here I
It's been a
come.
while since he's had to fight completely alone.
Take this. Take this. It's over. Here I come. It's over. Destruction. I'm not done. Rising Wyvern. Struck. Stardust. Try harder. You're mine. No escape. Take this. Rising
I'm
Wyvern.
curious what this is gonna look like now.
Shockwave flash.
Do you not have a thing anymore? Oh, I guess
Take
not.
this! Try harder! Not a chance! Shockwave flash! You're finished! Take this! Take this! No escape! It's on! Here I come! Eat dirt! I'm not done! Destruction! Here I come! You're destruction! You're mine!
It's one of these is one of those I don't know if I'm actually supposed to
This
just
should
get
do
my
it.
butt kicked here.
You're mine! Shockwave flash! Shockwave flash! Crush! Destruction! Here I come! It's over! You're mine! There! Here I come! Shockwave flash! Destruction! Take this! Here I come! You're finished! You're mine! There! You're mine! Crush! Shockwave flash! Take this! Strike! It's over! Crush! This one's all mine! Try harder! You're mine! Eat dirt! Take this! Strike! Take this! Crush! Rising Wyvern! Here I come! Shockwave flash! Crush! Shockwave flash! Here I come! Take this! You're finished! Crush! Strike! Crush! Destruction! Take this! Shockwave flash! Take this! It's over! Destruction! Shockwave flash! It's over! Take this! It's over! Shockwave Flash! You're mine! It's over! Shockwave Flash! Here I come! Take this! Shockwave Flash! Crush! Take this! Shockwave Flash! Crush!
Well, if I was supposed to lose, I didn't. But this is a lot slower with only one person.
Alphen?
Rinwell!
What happened just now? Normally you'd be able to take that thing with your eyes closed.
Thank goodness you're alive. Are you all right?
Yeah.
I'm just glad we found you in one piece. You were the only one still missing. There's a village back the way we came from, Thistlein. Kisara and La are already there.
Rinwell, where are we?
Ganeth Haros, Volron's realm. Remember?
Ushered by the waves straight to the enemy stronghold. A rare stroke of luck, it would seem.
I doubt it's
Luck?
If Volron's here, that means Shion's close too, right?
Shion?
While this goes through this, I'll be right back.
Right. Of course.
Are you sure you're feeling okay? You seem a little off.
He's probably just exhausted. Let's save the catching up for when we're back at the village.
Sorry about that. Had to take that phone call. Rinwell, retired Avenger. Alrighty. It's weird seeing his whole face.
I think Huro senses an owl around here.
Is it back here where I came from? Sorry, now that I have Hoodle, I like to double check. Nope, not back there. Okay. Astral Crystal. Alright, then. Something else right here. Probably a fishy. Yep, miracle. Oh, hello.
Coming through.
You're mine! This one's all mine!
Ouch.
Raging
Here I
storm!
come!
Is it high?
You picked the wrong fight! Here I come!
They
Feel.
smite with blackened blade.
More projectile.
Here I come! I'm not done!
That's my cue.
Fire ahead.
Shut him down!
I'll be saving this one.
Here I come! You're finished!
You into shock.
Shockwave
Can you
strike!
take it? Unlock.
You're mine!
I'll face you. Elusive deity. Rotating
You're mine! It's over! Shockwave flash!
I'm ready.
Dohaline.
Light burst forth.
Radiant Genesis.
A scream.
I kind of want to see what Alphen would even be right now.
Raging storm.
It's over!
Everlasting dark.
Take this!
Negative gate.
With this, I can become even stronger.
Is that it? Yep, I see it.
Speaking of Thistleum, it's populated by Danons, but they're not under the rule of any lord. Pretty
Hi, buddy.
refreshing, huh? The whole town was built by Danon defectors, escapees from elsewhere. This area's teeming with stray Zoogles, though, so heaven only knows how they managed to set up a community here. The ordeal seems to have left them understandably on edge. Kisara and La are back there right now trying to convince them of our good intentions. Say, Alphen, it looks like you got your face back then.
Yeah. And your sense of pain, too, it would seem. Any connection?
Really? Oh, but that means...
Probably.
I wonder if Alphen's going to be okay.
For now, I believe we should hold off on speculation and simply keep an eye on him.
Right.
All the way over there, and I'm getting it from here. Alright then. I'm not gonna question it.
You're saying we should check the Owl Forest?
Once I have everybody back, I'll check the Owl Forest. Not before. Alright.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
The puppy.
Alphen! Boy, am I glad to see you safe.
Well, did you manage to convince them we're not in league with any lord?
Yeah, eventually.
When the ship sank, I thought we were done for. Guess the world just couldn't keep us apart.
Yeah. And now we can finally go rescue Shion.
There's something I need to tell you guys first.
Uh-oh.
I got my memory back.
So, what did you remember? Are you able to tell us now?
Give the man some space, Law.
I remember being up on Lenegus.
Go on.
I was abducted from Dano. I was told if I ever wanted to return home, I'd have to cooperate. So that's what I did. Next thing I knew, they had made me into the Sovereign.
You mean to say you won the crown contest? As a Dahnan?
No. They kept me locked in a strange facility. They experimented on me, like I was nothing more than an animal. There were others, but only I survived. Of course, I wasn't really a king. The reality was that they treated me worse even than the lowest slave. The only reason I survived was because my body was able to withstand the Sovereign's power that they placed inside me.
The crest that appeared behind you on Almadria's ship must have undoubtedly been that of the Sovereign. It all makes sense now. Your affinity with the Blazing Sword, and the strange powers you possess, they were all because you were the Sovereign.
Okay, but why would the Renans go out of their way to give you all that power? Just what exactly does being the Sovereign entail?
They said it was for something called the Spirit Channeling Ceremony. They taught me how to harness my power for when the big day came. As for what the ceremony was actually for, unfortunately, I never found out.
So if what you're saying about being on Lenegis is true, then maybe you really did meet Shion. After all, you said you recognized her from somewhere, right?
But Shion said she'd never seen him before. How do you explain that?
I was wrong. It wasn't Shion I knew from Lenegis. It was Naori. She was a Renan maiden they paired me with during the spirit channeling ceremony. She's the woman I kept seeing in my dreams.
A maiden? What?
Wait, so this Naori figure just happens to be the double of Shion? Bit coincidental, isn't it?
Naori's family name was Imeris.
Imeris? As in Shion Imeris?
So they're distant relatives or something? Wait, or are they sisters?
Your guess is as good as mine. All I know is it was Naori. She's the one who put the mask on me.
The mask? But why?
To keep my soul from devouring itself over the guilt. After what I did on Lenegis. Over the lives I took.
Lives? You mean you staged a rebellion?
Perhaps it was a part of this spirit channeling ceremony?
I don't know. Whatever it was that the spirit channeling ceremony was supposed to achieve, it didn't turn out as planned. I lost consciousness halfway through. By the time I came to, Lenegis was a sea of flames. I opened my eyes to see Naori there, weeping. I shudder to think of how many deaths I caused that day. Certainly more than any of these lords can claim, I'm sure.
You really expect us to believe this? First the Sovereign, then Lenegis? You couldn't possibly have done all that.
I wonder. In ancient scripture, there is tell of a terrible calamity that befell Lenegis, nearly destroying it. The restoration took years, and required the work of countless laborers.
By ancient, you mean...
It predates the crown contest, to a time before even the first Renan invasion of Dana. More than 300 years ago.
300? But that'd make Alphen...
That's right. I'm pretty much an antique of a human being. Deep down, maybe I already knew.
Alphen...
Some hero, huh? Cooperating with the same villains who snatched me from my home, committing mass slaughter, only for it to slip my mind. Then, when I finally remember, turns out I'm so old I've got scripture written about me.
He's not handling this very well.
So much for standing up to injustice. I've probably got more blood on my hands than all the lords combined!
Alphen, stop! Honestly, I'm not going to pretend to understand what all this means. But what I do know is that right now, you're just reacting to the shock.
Kisara.
Listen, what you really need is time. Time to process things and get your head straight. Truth be told, I think that probably goes for all of us.
What about Shion? We can't just...
I'm worried about Shion too, Law. But it's clear that Alphen's in no fit state to fight.
She has a point.
This is Volron, remember? Even at full capacity, it's practically a suicide mission. We stay put in the village till we're ready. Okay, everyone? Take some time to think things through, okay? But remember, we're all here for you if you need us. No matter how dark things might seem, you're not alone, Alphen.
Thank you.
I think
It's
he
fine.
needed that.
All right, everyone. Let's break for now.
He is not okay.
Do I even have the right to fight? Do I have the right to go to Shion's rescue? What do the others think?
Okay. Don't worry about that another time. Anything else in here? Because, you know, I gotta be nosy. Anything in here for me? Anything? No? Okay. Well, I tried. I said. Don't cause any trouble while you're here. I want to talk to people in kind of the order that they came to me. So we'll talk to Rinwell first. Then we'll go find Law.
All this time, I thought it was the worrying about Shion and the pain bringing you down. I didn't realize you were lonely too.
I guess all of us are. In one way or another.
It's weird seeing his
Yeah,
face.
but you've only just found out. I mean, no, not found out. Remembered.
To tell you the truth, I was actually beginning to forget I'd even lost my memory in the first place. Now that it's returned, well, you can see what I'm like. It's strange. When I think about Lenegis, it still feels like it was only a year or two ago that I was there. But then I realized what feels like years was actually centuries ago.
What about your hometown? Do you know if it's still there?
I doubt it. When the Renans invaded, the world as I knew it changed overnight. Even if the place is still there physically, I expect the people will be long gone. Certainly everyone I knew, at least. My family, my friends.
Yeah, I know how that feels. I have no home to return to either. No family waiting for me. I used to curse my bad luck that I'd ever been born a mage in the first place. Otherwise, if I hadn't, maybe my mother and father would still be alive today. Although if that had been the case, I guess I'd probably still be just another slave with no means to resist. I'd never have met up with you guys, that's for sure.
Have you learned to embrace your powers yet?
Nuh-uh. I resent them a little less than before, though. They've kept me alive this long, right? I try not to think about it too much. After all, who can predict what the future will hold? I guess what I'm trying to say is that with everything that's happened in your past, finding out you're the Sovereign and all, it's no wonder you're conflicted. Heck, honestly, I think anyone would be.
Rinwell.
First it was Shion, then it was me, and now it's you. All of us suffering, just because of some power we never even asked for.
Yeah. All this time you were suffering right in front of me, and I never even knew. I feel like I finally understand what you and Shion were going through.
You couldn't have known. Still, if you want to make it up to her, shouldn't we hurry it up and rescue her already? Poor Shion must be lonely, all by herself wherever she is.
Yeah, you're right. Let's get going.
Alright, so next would be law. I want to open this. There it is. Oh, life bottle. Those are useful. We'll go collect this fish over here. Fishy! There we go. Alright, where's Law at? Kisara, Dohalim. Okay, Law is all the way the hell over here. I don't know why you're all the way the hell over here, but...
Alphen, are we gonna go rescue Shion or what? What's gotten into you, man? Aren't you worried about her?
Do I even have any right to be?
If you were in my place, you'd say, to hell with all that. What do you want to do?
Sounds like me. Pretending I have all the answers is kind of my forte.
Come on, man. Snap out of it. This isn't like you. Look, I get it. You finally remember your past, only to feel like you've lost yourself again. You're in shock, and who wouldn't be? Worse still, you blame yourself for what happened. And yeah, I don't agree, but that doesn't mean I don't understand either. But here's the thing. None of that's got anything to do with Shion.
I guess.
It's about Naori, isn't it? Look, you're still here, aren't you? Who's to say this chick isn't alive and kicking out there somewhere, too? Fine, I've said my piece. The thing is, though, where does this leave Shion?
My power consumed me once already. I left behind a path of fire and destruction. And the same thing could happen again. I can't guarantee anyone's safety, including Shion's.
So you think we might get burned up because of your sovereign powers? I can think of worse ways to go. Come on, fight this thing! What happened to the guy who talked to me after my dad died? The one who cared enough to reach out and save me? That's the guy I was proud to follow. Not this faltering imposter who's taken his place.
Law.
No, I'm serious. What's gotten into you, man? Just give me the word and I'll beat some sense into you if that's what it takes. Now, I'm gonna ask you this once and only once. Are you serious about rescuing Shion or not? What's it gonna be, Alphen?
What do you think? Of course I want to rescue her. Hell, I'd do it right now if I could.
So then quit griping and do it already!
Listen, you're probably right about all this.
Alphen.
It's exactly like you said. Whatever happened in my past has nothing to do with Shion. But there's still so much that There I go again. So much for the inspiring Alphen of old.
He could be a pain sometimes. Besides, even a hero has to let the cracks show once in a while, right?
Yeah, I guess you're right. Just give me a little more time to fill in the cracks. And thanks, Law.
Hey, don't even mention it. You've totally got this, Alphen. I believe in you.
Alright, that being said, while I'm thinking about it, let me... Where did I get this one? Leave destruction for now. Okay. I still don't have anything else in the air. But I think some of that's because of the fact that I don't do enough of my fighting up in the air. Sorry I don't talk a whole lot during this game. There's a lot of the cutscenes that I don't want to interrupt those because I like the exposition of the story. That looks like a fishing spot. I'm gonna check it out real quick. So yeah, I like that stuff. Nope, just near the building? Okay, well. I was nosy. But yeah, I like the exposition, and then during the battles, obviously, I'm just trying to pay attention to that. That being said, if you guys chit-chat with me, I am trying to keep an eye on chat still, so I'll respond to you. Again, I just try to...
What do you see out there?
Let these things go.
Strays by the looks of it. We unwittingly disturbed their territory on our way here, and now they're looking pretty riled up. So, feel like you're making headway? You know, sorting through things?
All I know is Shion needs our help. As for what happens after that...
Say, how did you get back down here from Lenegis anyway?
I came down in a Renan starship. I have Naori to thank for that.
What happened to her? Did she come with you?
She stayed behind. Just as I wanted to get back to Dana and my people, Naori's place was with her fellow Renans, performing her duties as the Maiden. Neither of us asked for the power or roles we were given. I suppose we felt a kinship with each other in that sense. But even then...
Wait, So you mean it wasn't just Danans like you that Lenegis abducted? You're saying they forced Naori, one of their own, to serve against her will as well?
Even within Renan society itself, there exists a hierarchy. I don't think she was ever given the option to refuse. Despite that, she did everything she possibly could to serve her people. The very same ones I ended up slaughtering. And even after that, she still helped me escape back to Dana. She stayed behind on Lenegis to help any of her people who survived. I owe her more than words can express. A debt left to fester for what? 300 years? How do I even begin to make up for something like that?
In all honesty, you don't. You can't atone for what's happened in the past. I don't think anyone can.
I still want to know how he survived.
Be it
for that
several
long.
centuries ago, or just yesterday.
What are you saying? That I might as well give up?
I'm saying you don't have to be a white knight in shining armor. Back after my brother had passed away, it was you who told me that his dream lived on inside me. And you did the same for him, for Dohalim, when he was ready to give up too. You were there for both of us. You know what I heard? I heard you telling me to keep fighting, to strive no matter what.
And I was out of line. I had no right to ask that of you.
No, you're wrong. Those words were exactly what I needed to hear at the time. In fact, I would go as far as to say that I wouldn't even be here had I not heard them. Left to my own devices, who knows when I would have been able to pick myself up. Besides, it's not like killing all those people was a choice that you made of your own free will, right? The truly terrible ones are the people who abducted you. The ones who forced you to wield that power. They're the ones you should be blaming. Not only that, but that guilt you feel inside, that's all the proof you need to know you're a good person, Alphen. Do you understand? If I'm still allowed to fight and keep on living, then damn it, Alphen, so the hell are you. But
It's
if
interesting
you're
to see the
still
one
not
usually giving the
convinced,
pep
then
talk.
ask yourself this. What is it
To
that
be
you've
the,
really
you know,
been fighting
to be
for
the one
this whole
getting
time?
all the pep talks.
Go on, ask yourself.
What I've been fighting for, huh?
And last but not least, ooh, something shiny. Sorry, Dohalim. Wait a second. I saw some beef, and apparently I just had to go get it. Oh, that's the toilet. I've already been there. Go all the way in. Like, I'm glad you can just go in when there's no actual doorway there, but at the same time, it's one of those. Maybe every once in a while asking is a good thing.
You're certainly full of surprises, aren't you?
Trust me, it's not intentional.
Sorry, that was insensitive of me. Though, there's still an awful lot I wish I could understand. Every new piece of information seems only to yield further mysteries. The truth feels just as elusive as when we first started. I am well aware of where you got your powers. But why, as a Danan, do you bear the same crest as the current Renan sovereign? More to the point, why choose a Danan for their sovereign in the first place? And then there is the Maiden, a figure so powerful, she's playing yin to the sovereign's yang in esoteric ceremonies. And yet, I'd never even heard of her. Then again, this all occurred 300 years ago. What if the term sovereign doesn't even hold the same meaning as it did back then? Listen, I may be a traitor among my people, but I am still Renan, born and raised. I learned the same history, listened rapt to the same tales. And yet now I feel like there was little truth to any of it.
Speaking of which, there's something else that I remember from the spirit channeling ceremony. It used the Renis Alma.
You're certain?
Yes. Or at least that's what they called it. Only you would know if it was one and the same.
Oh, I have never laid eyes on the real artifact myself. And you never participated in a crown contest. You're not even Renan. Many mysteries lay buried in these 3 centuries past.
3 centuries is more than several lifetimes. Was I really out that long?
Well, I'm only estimating based on historical record. But all the facts would seem to point that way.
Who the hell am I?
If I may be frank, we have even bigger fish to fry than that. By comparison, the far more important question at hand is, just what does it all mean?
Frank, huh?
Sometimes, we need a little help in addressing the truth behind our pain. Not to compete over lives lost, but I suspect your count is still somewhat beneath mine.
Thanks for lending me an ear. And sorry for being a bother.
Please, no thanks are necessary. The quicker you get back on your feet, the sooner we can all get back out there.
Back to the inn, I guess.
Now that I've talked to everybody.
Alphen! There you are!
What is it?
Zeugles, that's what! They're almost at the village gates!
Any closer and they'll be house hunting. I knew we shouldn't have cut through their territory.
That sounds bad.
Can you fight? No shame in bowing out if you're not up for it.
Kisara's right. You don't want to go overdoing it.
I'm up for it.
Really?
You ready?
As ready as I'll ever be. It's now or never, right?
Alphen, right! Great to have you back! Now let's do this!
Outside of Shield. Bumbling fighter extraordinaire. Ah. That's funny. Okay.
Look sharp, people!
I need to... Nope. Strategy, nope. There we go. There we go. Okay. I need him to be 4 though. I need her to be 3.
If we don't act fast, they're going to get into the village.
Right. We need to hurry.
If I didn't put them back where they're supposed to be, it was going to be an issue. Kisara being 2 will be a little bit weird, but...
Remember, if the pain's too much,
We've all got our own pain to deal with. I'm done letting others pick up my slack.
Here they come! We can't let even a single one through!
There's a firm no Zeugle policy.
Fine by me. Let's get to work then.
Raging Storm! Order meteor!
Bet that gel's hiding something tasty. Bloody
In here!
Its armor's too strong.
Then I'll split it open!
Be my guest.
Now you see what I can do!
Raging Cascade!
Damn it.
Negative
Too back.
In here!
Stand back. I'll trip it up. An astral art?
That's my cue!
Shut him down.
The noise it doesn't even still like it.
Frozen!
Hammer!
Dance on the wind!
You're mine. You're finished.
Now!
Come on. Look sharp. Lightning Tiger Blade. Not a chance.
Seismic in a bind!
More without
I can carve through armor!
Tiger Blade!
Now!
Ridwell!
Frozen!
Hammer!
Resonate with the earth!
Here I come.
Still alive!
Strike.
Raging Storm!
Bloody...
Alphen, you okay?
I'm fine. This pain thing really hurts, huh?
But hey, at least you're still alive.
It wouldn't be called pain if it was pleasant. It can be pretty useful, though. It's good motivation to improve and get stronger.
Guess I've got a lot of room to improve in that regard.
Anyway, I'm glad we could protect the village, especially after everything they've done for us.
It's true.
Yeah.
You know, Thistleum kind of reminds me of home. The people here have hidden themselves away out of the fear of being found, always watching their backs. Though in the end, home was destroyed anyway.
That won't happen here.
Oh? Is that a hint of fighting spirit I sense?
Yeah. I won't lie. Some of these memories will take a while to process. But I've learned something too. My rage, this fury I feel at our so-called rulers, it comes from having so much of myself stripped away from me back then. Friends, family, home. They took everything from me, and left me with nothing but guilt. I was completely alone. At least that's what I thought. But not anymore. Since I awakened, I've met people who I care about. Friends who hold me up. Friends who make me feel like I'm worth something. And I won't lose that. Not ever again. I'll protect those bonds with everything I have. That's why I need to keep fighting.
But Xion comes first.
Of course. First we rescue Xion, then we defeat Volron and liberate Dana. Everyone, will you fight with me?
Say the word and I'm there.
Certainly no objections.
Then it's agreed. Our next stop will be the capital, Pelegion. According to the villagers, there's a huge cliff separating Thistleum from the capital. Luckily for us, there's a path we can use to climb up.
Sounds like a plan. Let's go.
Guessing I've just finally used his thing enough for him to get that.
We don't know what lies ahead. We should prepare well before we venture forth.
That's fair.
Okay.
You people know how to fight Zoogles, yeah? Because I've got a big favor to ask. You do indeed appear to be in dire straits. Could have sworn I already wiped out all the Zoogles that were trying to get into this village, though. Oh, you did? These Zoogles ain't trying to attack us. They're stealing our fish. Your fish? Yeah, these ape Zoogles, they've got huge arms they use to smash the surface of the water and create these big shock waves. They do that to stun the fish, which makes them float to the surface and ripe for the taking. Somehow they learned how to do that recently, and they've gotten damn good at it because it's making the rest of us go hungry. That's quite the pickle you're in.
What?
Damn straight it is. They know like these fish grow on trees. That sort of fishing ain't good for our waters. Talk about overfishing. Whew. Oh, so that's your point of contention. The manner in which they fish, not the actual fishing part. You guys the only ones that have what it takes to drive those crazy monkeys out. Can we count on you to help? Eventually.
Okay.
Absolutely. We'll sort out these fishing Zoogles once and for all. I couldn't have put it better myself. As a fisher herself, this case has gotten her quite fired up, as you can see.
Great job.
That's mighty kind of you to help us out, ma'am. Sorry to lay this on your feet, but we greatly appreciate it. No.
I'll teach these small fry who's the apex predator of these waters. Just watch and see.
Let's not get a...
By the way, how is Mahavar doing?
Uh-oh.
Wait, don't tell me we still haven't found him.
It's not like we haven't been looking. I've covered the whole length and breadth of the coast, but...
All of the other crew members are accounted for, including us. But we weren't able to find Mahavar. He's still missing.
I see.
Perhaps he couldn't bring himself to abandon the ship.
You mean at the bottom of the ocean? Damn it.
We don't know that it sank. We all washed up on the same shore. If the ship went down, isn't it strange we haven't come across a single piece of debris?
Do you think he might still be alive somewhere out there?
I think stranger things have happened. Whether he's alive or otherwise, we've exhausted all the avenues available to us. All we can do now is press on ahead.
Fine, let's get going.
That's sad. That was the
Thistlein was
makeshift
founded
captain.
by Danan's fleeing the tyranny of Renan lords, right? But when you first came, they must have known Dohalim was Renan. So why do you think they let us in?
They almost didn't. But it wasn't just Dohalim they were wary of. They didn't trust any of us.
Even the weird Danans just like them?
When you live life in constant fear of being pursued, it's only a matter of time before all outsiders start to seem a potential threat.
I suppose that makes sense. So how did you convince them to trust us?
You saw how destitute the village was? They needed food, badly. We hunted some Zeugles for them. That seemed to do the trick.
Of course, a little magic-assisted roast didn't hurt things.
Never underestimate a full stomach's ability to put a person at ease. It turns out a hearty meal can be a powerful weapon. Something's on your mind. You having second thoughts about rescuing Shion?
Of course not. Shion's our friend. Almeidrea was the one I hated. For as long as I can remember, she served as a symbol to me of everything Renan. But ever since getting to know Shion, I realized it doesn't make sense to group people together like that. Every individual is different.
I see.
Besides, the situation with Almeidrea was something else entirely. I'd already decided I wasn't going to kill her, but when I saw her die right in front of me, a part of me thought it served her right, that she'd gotten what she deserved. But another part regretted that someone else had come along and killed her instead. Don't get me wrong. If I had the chance again, I still wouldn't kill her. But it's not like I'll be shedding any tears now that she's gone.
I mean, that's fair.
It's all so confusing. I don't know how to make sense of any of it.
Who said it had to make sense?
Huh?
Rinwell, you've done nothing wrong. You've started to question the beliefs you've held all your life. It's only natural for you to feel disoriented. You didn't give in to the hatred you felt for Almeidrea. You made a choice not to kill her. And that's significant, whether you realize it or not. As for what it means exactly, that might be worth taking some time to figure out on your own.
Some time.
Or don't, if you don't want to. It's just an idea. I'm still searching too, remember?
No, I think you're right. It can't hurt to keep searching after all. And hey, thanks, Kisara.
Alright. I'm gonna go back to the inn one more time and see if they maybe put in a merchant there, because I could use blacksmith. See if I can make any new stuff. Hey! did give me a blacksmith. However, granite fang, gosh darn it. Lustrous astral crystal. Lustrous astral crystal. Well, I can at least make something better for her, so I will. Oh, didn't realize money was going to be an issue. No ice stone. No tempest fang. No ice stone. No spirit tail. No lustrous astral. So it doesn't matter. I'm out of money technically, but I could sell stuff to fix that if I really needed to.
Have you guys checked your equipment lately?
Thanks for waiting. Eat as much as you like.
That being said, I think this is going to be a good place to stop. So we're going to go ahead and pause here. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Next time, we're going to go on to the path to rescue Shion and get rid of Volred. Yeah, that'll be it for Tales of Arise. Bye.